Hello everyone, welcome to another video with me, Winner and Trade. Picking up where we left off last timer, I decided to go ahead and end my war with India and their alliance over here, which I think the name was Sak. Yeah, Sak. Decided to go ahead and end that, considering, yeah, India basically has a completely endless supply of troops over here. So I decided to go ahead and end that, in which I also had a bug which made it where I could get more than what I was supposed to, and also made things a bit more difficult when it came to setting up the peace deal, so yeah, I ended up getting all of this, which I don't think I actually had the points to get, but whatever. I got that dealt with, and also India is now my vassal. But with all that done, I'll be focusing on the Pacific Ocean now, getting all these islands nations, and trying to clean up Indonesia a bit. And also, when it comes to NATO over here, I actually kind of figured out what was going on here. For some reason, NATO went to war with the African Union again when they're already at war with them. So yeah. Some members of NATO had some of the countries in the African Union as a vassal, so yeah. Easiest part to show here for that, which just makes it stupid, is there's the United Kingdom on NATO side, and there's the United Kingdom on the African Union side. The United Kingdom is at war with themselves. And that pretty much applies to the rest of NATO as well. With an exception to me, of course, because I'm not dealing with the African Union at all. So yeah, it's a bit of a stupid thing going on over there. But I guess I'll go ahead and get to work on starting all of this. Considering this is basically all I'm going to be dealing with in this episode. Just trying to go through and grab all of these islands, nations over here. And release them all as one giant vassal, basically. Okay. Decent amount of them are already pretty low on all that. Now I'll just go ahead and annex them. I'm getting tired of dealing with things on here. Plus, I don't want to be wasting tons of time. Besides the fact I'm not actually planning on taking them all over, I just want to release them as a vassal. Also, apparently I don't have an army. Going by what it's saying here, when I'm sending these ultimatums. Only 1,400 troops. Yeah, that'll totally work. For me. Let's see how that does. Surprisingly, none of them accepted. Because, well, 1,400 troops. What kind of threat is that to any country in the world? So yeah, I guess I need to recruit more troops now. So I can actually deal with them. Also, Epic Games. Yeah. Nice of them to be putting out free games, in which I basically got all of those that they're put out. At least so far. And I did get Civ 6, in which, yeah, I spent quite a bit of time playing that last week. Don't like Epic Games, but I'll gladly accept free games from them. Because, well, it's free. I don't have any reason to not accepted. And also, I spent like the first 300 turns in the game I was playing on, my first game on Civ 6, before I even noticed the tutorial on the main menu. At that point, at 300 turns in, I basically had already given up on winning, though I would say by the time I actually lost, because England got a science victory, I was actually doing quite well working on towards the religious victory somehow. When I was up against a country with a lot more faith coming in each turn. And had an entire continent to themselves. While I was trying to defend the continent I was on. Okay, that's all I can do for recruiting troops in this. Now let's try this again over here. Sending these ultimatums. Because now I actually have an army to threaten them with, apparently. Because I apparently did not have one before. Okay. French Polynesia. The Cook Islands. Well, by looks of it, I now have everything on the Pacific Islands at this point, so it's now just Indonesia basically. That's all this. And that's there. Australia. Well, Australia is the one and only one that did not accept my ultimatum. Great. So I now need to deal with Australia. Which I can think I'll be able to do just by recruiting even more troops, to be honest. So I'll just go and recruit troops. Yay! Actually, now that I think about it, did I even send Australia ultimatum in the first place? I don't think I did, because I don't remember selecting all this land. Eh, my memory is not that great at times. Well, whatever. There we go. Now, I'd just like to get that off of India. So, I'll just try a trade request, just because. Let's see. I'll also see about all this as well. Try and draw along that line. I think that's it, maybe? I don't actually remember what the border over here is like. Yeah. Let me check that real quick. Okay, so basically that is what the border is between those countries. Well, okay. You know what? Let's ignore all that then. Because that border's not the best. Looking when it comes to the fact that I will release all this as a vassal. So just those 5 provinces and I'll do that. No, they're not going to accept, but it's at least worth a try, right? Come on. Yeah. India. Going to have to insult you. Because I need those 5 provinces. There we go. And demand. Really, India? In that case... There! Hope you enjoyed that. So, yeah. I guess I can now get to actually making that pass I was wanting to make. Okay, here we go. First off, to select all the lands, I guess. Sure. Okay, I think that will do. Indonesia has the second largest population of all this. But this fossil is definitely not going to be going to India. So yeah. Vietnam is next one, and then Australia. But if anything, I would like something better for this. I don't really think there's really a suitable country for the Pacific country over here. I do remember looking at all of this once and seeing something that would have worked, but I don't think, last I looked, I didn't see one. Okay, there, finally. Got it. Pacific Union is now a country. There we go. I set made it their capital the same as Australia's just because Australia is kind of, besides Indonesia, Australia is the largest country, I would say. I kind of want to center it a bit more with the rest of the Pacific Islands over here. So there we go. Pacific Union is now here, which I think I'll send some money to them so they can deal with profitability that they're going to have to be dealing with. Because, yeah, they basically have zero profitability across their entire country. There we go. So, got India over here. I could also go and vassal, I guess. Release them once again. Maybe. Should I? Guess I'll eventually just annex them again so I can make a new vassal over here. Which is just going to be more or less this entire area right here, I would say. Including the Middle East. Our country's in third place right now. Germany. Well. Okay. Japan having a very large economy for their size. I think we're half their score in total. That's still nothing compared to me. So, next up, I honestly don't really know what I'm going to do. Well, I could see about helping finishing the nonsense that's going to go on over here with the African Union. Or I could try and get that, maybe. Or I could go over here and deal with China and Japan. China only has a population of 1,000 higher than Japan at this point. Well, that just goes to show how much of population China lost in their war with Russia. NATO, huh? Or, besides all that, I could go after NATO. Abandon NATO and deal with Canada very quickly. And see about sorting out the mess that is Africa currently. Cause yeah, I don't think we really want to be seeing Africa like this. So that's something I could do. And at the same time I could also see about doing something with the Middle East as well. Yeah, I could do that. So I guess betraying NATO next is up on my list. Okay. Well, I think at this point that's in this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.